Come on, man.
This is my game, man.
Let's go, man. Hey, don't worry about your game, man. What's the line? What's more important, jazz or games? Hey, look. Hey, I ain't forget. We just passed it. No. Hey, get in the mode for jazz, right? Yeah. Get in the mode for jazz. Get in the mode for jazz, yeah.
Rhythms and sounds and leaps and bounds, scales and notes and endless quotes. Hey, black soul being told, off on a tangent, ain't got a cent. Searching, soaring, exploring, seeking, you shall find more time to find who, how, where were you? Growing up, that's us smoking, cooking, hard boiled like a cobra call, blowing your mind within the time, digging up, driving, robbing conclusions. Jazz is cool, that's the truth. Dig my proof, rhythm and swing, doing your things, spreading the news by way of the blues. When I'm dealing with jazz,
when I play an Art Blakey record and I see them dancing to it, it's energy, and that's what it's all about.
Art Blakey, jazz messengers. Big hand Art Blakey, the jazz messengers. All right, cooking with jazz.
The late 1950s and early 1960s, there was a lot of good music coming out of America in the field of jazz.
Still a lot of good music coming out of America.
Well, I thought maybe you'd like to comment on what happened at that period when rock and roll came on the scene.
Nothing happened. You got to understand, there's always going to be jazz. I don't say there will always be rockers. They got them so they can computer it. But that's just the notes. Where is the feeling? The highest form of execution on a musical instrument is jazz. We know what we're doing, and we know it's the truth, and anything the truth falls on, it'll grind into powder. It just takes time. It takes time.
You know what Art Blakey's beat was? Oh, man, you should have all this together, man.
Man, you the only one I know ever got Art to play shuffle like that.
Oh, but you can hit it, brother.
I know you can.
Oh, man. And, boy, there's one beat that he's the master of.
Yeah.
Ooh, I make my drummers do that. I said, look, man, I must have that in my solo, you know.
And he'll do these churns, you know, all out of rhythm, you know. And he might do this churn for so many beats, you know, but when he comes out, he's always right on it.
He has a sixth sense about shading. He knows when to push, and he knows when to be smooth. He knows that. Phenomenal guy. He has a way of doing a roll.
Press roll.
Ooh. And it's like somebody standing up with a rubber band, you see? And as that roll is going on, you pull it out like this. And when he lets go, the world knows that's where the beat is.
disappoint you. I'm not a teacher. I don't teach because I don't know anything myself. I never studied the instrument, self-educated, just about everything in life. And I did it because I had to survive. And I had a bad habit of liking to eat. And I was an orphan. And I was in the club. I was about 13. I was playing piano. And I couldn't play good enough. A young man come in called Earl Garner. And he took my job. So the boss of the joint told me to go up and play the drums. So I went up and played them, of course, because he had a big Magnum sitting up here, and I went up there and played it.
How can I put on a show without a band?
Did you say you had a band?
Well, I did. I mean, I do.
Well, are they?
I did.
What is this, about 1945? I was thinking pretty good.
Gee, maybe it'll be the answer to our prayers. Come with me. I'll take you to the bar.
Look at that suit. Look, young man. I'm stuck for a band.
Big wide collars.
My new floor show goes
The pills.
Well, my boys are pretty good.
Superman, Superson, you know.
You came from Pittsburgh to join this band, man.
Hey, baby.
Tall girl.
Taps Miller.
How old were you then?
I'm about 16. We was making $5 a night. So I just said, a good night, we got 6.
On a good night.
Yeah. Back with Billy, it was a big time. He was making $10.
Damn.
He was a square guy. He was all right. Everything was okay with me. The music was there, and Bird was there, and Dizzy was there. Everybody there I liked to play with, and that's the way it went. You know, I didn't care about the money, and nobody did.
I used to sit next to the drums.
Yeah,
So you can listen to...
Yeah, we going all the time. I said, here we go.
Yeah. You was signaling.
Yes.
You like the bass drum? So I hit the bass and say, ooh. That was the ball. Dizzy's a great teacher, you know, and he knows a lot about rhythm. That's what makes a great musician. And Dizzy had a way of explaining it to you. So that's the way we came along, you know. And just listening to him, everybody that had something to say. I think he had a lot of influence on all of us, all the drummers.
Kenny Clark was actually the godfather. Kenny was developing at the same time I was developing. Max was the painter to put the colors together. But Art was the volcano.
Right.
When he explodes.
You know, you can depend on that beat. You know, it's really beautiful. Because he knows where he's going.
All the time.
That's right, all the time.
It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing. That's all I know. I know how to do that. I can swing, you know. And I make a musician, if he's up there blowing, he better blow or get off the stage, and that's the way I play from my heart.
start playing with him, you don't really understand what's going on, you know, rhythmically, dynamically, and all that kind of stuff. And after you begin to figure that out, then you have to learn how to relax, you know, and get what you're trying to do across. You know that you're doing something right because he'll support what you're doing. But you go in a certain way and he say, okay, that's the right way. But he may do something to say, try this. If you're not a strong player, he will take over. He's trying to take over. And if he does take over, that means you got something to work out. And he'll throw little subtle hints every once in a while. Like he said, well, you know, Charlie Parker didn't do it that way. Yeah. And he said, oh, yeah? Well, I better do something like that.
When I came to his band, I was playing smooth and warm and flowing. I guess he got tired of the smooth stuff. He wanted a little fire.
Yeah.
And he did one of his famous drum rolls for the turn back, you know, 4 bars before you go to the next chorus, and I disappeared. And after he came on the chorus, bam! Get out of that hole. You're supposed to be a musician.
You're a musician, aren't you?
Yeah.
Charlie Parker used to be, man, I ain't Charlie Parker. But I mean, you know, but he's, you know, he had a way of telling, to make you what you are. What he's done with Wynton and Terrence and everybody, you, me.
He brings you out.
The amazing thing about playing with Art is that he has a way of tuning into inspiration that can draw an emotion out of you that you may have never experienced before.
Messengers was started because we had to keep rolling for jazz. Somebody had to do something. And somebody had to keep the store. And the music, it's no America, no jazz. And it's the only culture that America has brought forth. The only thing. Everything else comes from another continent. Everything. But it so happens the jazz comes from the black people, and they should know about it. After the 50s, they know less about it than anybody in the world, I think. It's very important that we keep this going, because this is the music from our culture, good, bad, or indifferent. I think the most important part of Art's career is his debut as a leader.
Oh, you mean with the Jazz Messengers?
Yeah, with
Hank and Horace.
Yeah, so he had some beautiful musicians.
When you think of the players that have come through this band, how they sound. Let's start with Clifford Brown.
Let's start from the very beginning.
Yeah,
Horace Silver and Kenny Durham.
Yeah, Kenny Durham, right?
This is the beginning.
Yeah.
Horace Silver. Oh, these are excellent.
Horace went and got Hank and Kenny and Doug Watson and myself. He said, now look, this is your band.
Who's this?
Clifford Brown. Then Clifford. And no, Clifford and
Lou Donaldson.
Lou Donaldson.
That's right, they were there.
Curly Russell.
Curly Russell was the first one.
Right.
You know, it went on, and Horace left, and they left, and I just kept going. Kept going. The most important thing is to keep going.
Hank Mobley.
Hank Mobley.
Hank Mobley later.
Right.
But I'm saying, all these players, Hank used to play so soft, I had to bring him, he's so introverted, you know, like myself. I was a terrible introvert. You wouldn't believe it, dog, would you? Art, it makes you get your thing together.
And we went on, you know, we just kept moving on. We got Bobby Timmons, Benny Golson, and Lee Morgan, and Jimmy Merritt. That's a good band. Yeah. They came out with the Blues March and Moanin', which we never got away from.
Right.
Let me see this Moanin'.
Boosting one. That's the one. That's the tune.
That's the one. Benny Golson. Lee Morgan, man.
The trumpet players sound like a who's who of music.
Hubbard. Ah, this is where Hubbard comes in.
Freddie Blossom, Lee Blossom, everybody. You got it with Art.
Yeah, who else did he have back then? Did he? Oh, no, no.
Name any trumpet player.
Yeah, right.
He had it.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
You see, this one with Thelonious Monk, they're really good mates. This one's a really good
And Monk would tell me, he said, man, keep that band. Well, I got to enjoy it. But we work all the time. We always work.
Indestructible. Art Blakey.
I mean, I think there's no one in jazz has brought more great musicians than Art Blakey. So what's happening with your band, man? What you gonna do?
4 months we go on the road.
4 months?
Mm-hmm.
Well, just remember, from hell or high water, you gotta stay out there. Stay out there. You're past the point of no return. You are a leader, not a follower. You just joined the band. Yeah. And cats come down. So they left, they was coming out. Said, Jesus Christ, Wayne Shorter, man. Gee, man, he playing, but gee, he sound like scrambled eggs. So John Coltrane walked up behind and said, it's the way he scrambles those eggs.
It's the way he I forgot that.
Straight about real nice. They soon got the message. They really got the message. Yeah.
How many different messages bands has he had then? What we got on?
Who's playing on this record? That's so many.
Right. I didn't know there were so many Art Blakey albums, to be quite honest with you. Fantastic.
Now in London, you got bands and everything.
Blacks in the UK are on it, man. You know, and there ain't no money over there. The economy is low, but they play because they love it.
I like this, actually, because I noticed this on the back of these two LPs. Yes, sir, I'm going to stay with the youngsters. It keeps the mind active.
Look at the age of him there, though. He's older than most of these guys anyway. He's like the daddy already, isn't he?
Yeah, man.
Master, grandmaster.
And they had a hell of a band over there called the Warriors. I was paired with them. They were that good. They could play. So they're coming on with it, you know.
We used to do Wheel Within a Wheel when I was in the band with Art. In fact, Art gave me the title for that song, and he was the first person to believe in me and hire me and push me in trying to exploit whatever I had to offer as a young man. When I heard that Art was going to do this week clinic in London and work with the young British musicians, that was naturally a thrill to be working with him again. And I thought of Wheel Within a Wheel to play.
When I heard about supposed to be doing a show with Art Blakey, it's a matter of sort of taking hold of your emotions. You know, you don't look at these people as human beings sometimes.
Everyone had to be backstage 5 minutes before we were on stage, you know. Everything had to be perfect. At the same time, they gave us a confidence as well. They're musicians, we're musicians. They didn't see themselves as anything special.
That's fine. I'm trying to wonder what they expected, you know, the rest of all the jazz messengers.
I've heard people who are out there who I look up to and respect, saxophone players and horn players who are much older than I, say that, man, I wish I'd had a chance to play with Art Blakey once and just feel that press roll behind me. And that's why, for me, anytime Art calls me, I'll come and I'll do whatever I have to do, because that's where it's at for me. He gave me my start. He's giving these kids their start. He gave them their start. They don't even realize it yet, but he's giving them all them a start. You know, he's like a pilgrim. Yeah, he's summer. But these young British musicians, it's amazing how they could even get it together because there's no environment for them. Really, they've created their own environment over there. So these kids, they're just confirming everything.
But it must be nice for him, like, coming over to England and seeing a bunch of young black musicians playing, obviously, you know, learning from his records.
Yeah.
And actually on stage with him, you know. And, you know, it's like a meeting after, you know, he never expected to see that.
I move with the times, with progress. I expect high performance.